Bear with me just a second. All right. I think Facebook is being kind to me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today, we are going to be having a play with the Global Design Project Challenge for this week, GDP 552. And our challenge this week is to case this gorgeous card made by Jay Soriano. So this is our inspiration. Now, they don't stipulate how you take inspiration. You can take the color, you can take the pattern, you can do whatever inspires you from this card. Okay, I'm going to put that off to the side for a little bit. And I am going to show you the Garden Gatherings bundle. This is an online exclusive, and I haven't even put ink on it yet, so today is a good chance to do that. All right, we'll take those out of the mix, and we'll bring in our card base for today. It is crumb cake. I'm going to go with a very, very neutral card base. And I have a liner for the inside of the card in basic white. My standard card base is 8.5 by 11. Scored, sorry, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And my card liner is basic white. It is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, that's our card base. Now, for the front of my card, I am going to use this piece of textured looking paper. This was from the Need for Tweed paper pack. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm putting this onto a piece of basic white that's just 1/16 of an inch larger. So we're going to have a very small white border just to make that pop. And this one we are going to put flat as well. Just like so. There we go. Okay, we're going to set that aside, and I have a piece of white cardstock here. We're going to do some stamping, and I haven't really thought this through, to be honest, too much. I've pre-cut a couple of vases out of vellum, so we don't need the vases, we just need the greenery that goes in said vase. And there are various choices. We have this greenery here. I think I'm going to use this greenery and actually do it in crumb cake. And then I'm going to do this cluster here. So we're going to need the flowers, and we're going to need the stem for that. And we need a greeting as well. Let's do happy birthday. Can never have too many birthday cards. All right. So let's get my Stamparatus out here. And we're going to do some stamping. So let's get this in place. This one here, I'm going to set those aside. I want this one in crumb cake. So let me find that. There's so much stuff here I can't see. I've got a very big stack of ink pads that I haven't put away yet. All right, let's do, come on, release a couple of these for each vase. So there's one, and I'm going to just shimmy it sideways, maybe a little bit more. There's two. Shimmy it sideways again. And seeing as we're doing two vases, we're going to need 4 of these. All right, we have those. Now we need to do some of these. We're going to need 2 of these. And those I want in some shade of green. Let's try Peaceful Pine. And we'll take that one off. I'll clean that after. We'll get this one picked up. Beautiful. Now I need one more of those. I'm just going to turn my paper and re-ink. Oh, that might be too close to the top. Hopefully not. If need be, I'll restamp. Now, my flowers. I want my flowers to be the bright spot of color. So let's go with Poppy. Poppy Parade. Come on, release. There we go. One set of flowers. You know what? I didn't even look at it. Yup, I was supposed to stamp those flowers right on the stems. So let me clean that up and we'll reposition because it's cut all out as one, not separate. I should have looked at that first. Okay, so these get positioned how? Yep, that one's not going to work. And I don't know if this one is. It's not. So let's grab quickly another piece of white. We will restamp those leaves. There's one. And just scooch that over. Two. And I'm going to spin this around and do a third one. Because that one has a shadow that I don't like. There we go. Now, back to our flowers. So these green dots are the center of our flowers. And if you line up those green dots, you're good. Thank you, Stampin' Up. And we can peel that off. Pick this up. And get perfect alignment, hopefully. Look at that. Pretty close to perfect. All right. Now we're going to spin this around. Clean the stamp. And once again, oops, align this up. And we'll pick that up and get these stamped. Beautiful. All right. So I want a basic black marker because I want the center, oops, yep. I want the center of my flowers to be black. I'm just coloring over that little green dot. And there we have it. Put that up there and get this out of the way. And we will pull out our dies. Oh, you know what? I didn't stamp the greeting. We can do that in a minute. There's the die for that. And this doesn't look like it's right. It's not. So this one here is different yet again. So why don't we just use crumb cake? Let me grab some crumb cake and we will just die cut that one. All right. Let me get some tape and we will tape that one and we will tape this one. Like so. I'm just going to grab some scissors and cut this one. And I should be able to run those through together. Now we'll do the same thing again, and then we'll be done. Let's peel this off. And tape that down. Here's one. There's that one. Run this through again. Now I had initially stamped 4 of the leaves. I think I'm just going to try it with 2 and see if I need more, because I'm thinking it might be too much. See, we've got the flowers. No, I'm going to cut more now that I look at it, because I want that contrast in there. All right, that can go back here, and we will cut 2 more of these guys. There's one. Come out of there. There we go. And our final one. Alrighty. Peel this off. That one's stuck, so let's get that out. All right, we should have all the little bits that we need. Let's put that over there out of the way. All right, now I want to make sure that there's like a vase is clear, but I want to make sure that you can see that there's water in it. So my thought is we're going to color on this vellum with the marker. And when you turn it over, there's just a slight coloring. Maybe I should go a little darker. What color should I go? Let's go Misty Moonlight Light, because that was Tahitian Tide Dark. And of course I dropped it on the floor. Where did it go? There it is. All right. We have one. Let's get the next one. There we go. All right. We need a greeting. Let's just load this on the block. Grab a black ink pad. And beautiful. All right. That's just garbage. That can go out of the way. Let's trim out this greeting and we'll be all set to finish our assembly. That's a little bit too much white. There we go. All right. let's bring our card in. And as you can see, we're going to be able to see these stems down through the vase. Isn't that cool? Super cool. So now my next thing is we're going to have to attach those. And this dot adhesive hasn't failed me yet, so there we go. You can see the leaves, but you can't see the adhesive. There we go. So we've got those two. Now I want to put, see how that just gives it a little bit of something, something? So I think if I put a couple of strips of adhesive on the back, I can just place them where I want them. And then whatever's sticking out, I'll just trim off. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this again. Lay this down. And that's too much. There we go. So you see these tails down here? I'm just going to grab some snips and just trim those off so you can't see them. All right. There's one. Let's do the same thing to this one. Lay down our leaf. Pop that in place. Come on, get in there. There we go. Same thing, we're going to trim off the excess. And now I want some dimensionals on this. And I think if we put a little strip in behind here, nobody will be able to see it. And we'll do the same on this one. Oops, I gotta go up a little bit higher. It's sticking to me. There we go. And now we'll put some dimensionals on here. There we go. All right. Let's get my pick tool. What did I do with it? I just had it. There it is. Let's get these paper backings off. It's stuck to my fingers. There's one. And I'm going to place that right about here. And then we'll take the backings off this guy. Oops. Trying to do too many things at once. And we'll place this guy up here. Perfect. All right, now I should have a wee bit of crumb cake in this scrap. I do. I think we should glue this little guy onto the crumb cake and give him a little mat. Add a little bit of interest. Just a wee border. We're going to try to mimic the border that we have there. Now, let's see. That looks pretty good. And oh, I'm doing it blind that way. Cross your fingers. There we go. All right, we're going to need a couple of dimensionals for this. And actually I can use that strip that's right there. And we'll put that one there. Beautiful. Now, where do I want this? Do I want it up here? Do I want it down here? Do I want, oh, I think I want it across here. Yes, I do. Right across like so. This is not working. We're going to peel this off because my dimensionals are in the wrong spot. And we'll try this again. We cut these up. All right. I'll put one there. Let go of me. And I'll put one there. And then we'll lay the greeting across there. There we go. Now all we need is a little bit of bling. And I don't know what I want for bling on there. Let's us see. Actually, these ones are really neutral. These are the pressed flower motifs. I think if we put 3 little ones right up here, it would just give it that little bit of something that it was missing. Now, if you wanted, you could put some ribbon on there, but I don't think it needs it. So I am going to leave it. And I'm going to bring this back in. This is Jay's card that we're casing. And there's my spin on his card using the Garden Gatherings bundle. All right, my friends, that is it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please like, comment, share. I appreciate you very much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye for now.